fly. I shoot the same from beginning to end. No one can stop me, look, no one can stop me. I promise you, no one can stop me. I let it fly with a hand in my face when it going. I don't even watch it. You try to play up, that's when it's a layup. Look all this jelly I'm dropping. Stop all the talking, I'm going for 30. You better tell them to guard me. They gotta be honest, look, they can't do nothing about it. Yeah, I put it up in the air. Look, it's in.
Hello and thank for joining us, 2K sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. For the Denver Nuggets, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. Ricky Rubio is out there at DeRozan. Then there's Harris. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Harkless in at the three, the small forward. Here's Drummond.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Nurkic. Good D by Drummond. Green kicks to Drummond. Green dishes to Bellinelli. Down low. Nance passes to Drummond. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Green kicks to Drummond. With the second effort. The second chance effort. And he lays it up and in. Drummond's got his second basket of the night.
And not afraid to say it. If Drummond isn't the best rebounder in the NBA, he's got to be in the top three. That goes for both ends of the floor. Just no way to hold him in check on the board.
Now here's DeRozan. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Here's Nurkic. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
Well, a great battle last year as the season finished off between the Nuggets and Blazers to make the playoffs. Denver did not. So they made some trades, tried to make a push this year.
Oh, goodness. And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness. Zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
And yes, it's good. DeRozan's got his second bucket of the game to go.
How how about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy. You could see Drummond's eyes light up once he knew that finish was coming. He didn't waste the chance. Boy, did he get his money's worth on that one.
Over in the corner, Harkless. And the pass to Nurkic. To the middle. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by Conley. Nurkic again. It's Drummond. Right through the D for the layup. Drummond's got 12.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior. Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall. And really, DeMar DeRozan is a master at what he calls body hunting. That ability to just kind of draw fouls. I think he and James Harden actually are the guys that have really kind of set the tone for how to create those opportunities to get to the line.
And slam dunk by Harris.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
And finished off by Nurkic.
Well, not much effort needed for...
Yeah.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
And just keeping his teammates involved. This is the kind of leadership you like to see.
Well, you could trademark this brand of basketball, running through the progressions and working around for decent looks.
To the middle. Out to Harris. It's stolen by Nance. Drummond working against Nurkic. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Well, his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
Denver shooting their first free throw tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
On the wing, DeRozan. Nurkic, the pass to Harris. Harkless dishes to Nurkic. And he gets it to go. Nurkic has got 6 points. Green kicks to Conley. To the paint. Nurkic with the steal. It's DeRozan.
And this is what it's all about, guys. The competitive spirit, the energy that we're seeing. This one's got the feeling like it's going to go down to the wire.
And if it does, as evenly as these two teams have played here, it's anyone's guess who's going to come out on top.
New Orleans making a switch here. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Nurkic. Sabonis comes in for Tobias Harris. Johnson, he's checked in for Maurice Harkless. And it's Wright in for Ricky Rubio. And Wright, here we go. Johnson kicks to Sabonis. No good on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
6 changes of the lead here.
Both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Passes it to Hernan Gomez. Here's Sabonis. 4 on the shot clock. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Sabonis has got his first basket.
Well, Sabonis can play there on the block. That's where he did a lot of damage in college, so him working inside, that's a good sign. It is so tough to make those kind of shots with the defense draped all over you.
And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights. for New Orleans. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up. Well, up to this point, a closely contested. Right now, Brent, so much ball movement is perimeter based, but as defenses have adjusted, do you think we'll see more offense run through the post again like we did before?
I think what we're seeing, Kevin, is that post-up play is being redefined by more guards, more guys who draw attention down there on the block. And that's the way these shifts are happening. The offense right now in today's NBA is so far ahead of what defensive concepts have taught you for years that the post-up game, it'll be a few years before we get back to dynamic post play.
I find that comment you just made fascinating, that it's that much advanced over the defense.
Yeah, because think about it, Kevin. For years and years, you've had coaching staffs and film guys talking to you about the basic qualities of a defense, and that is rim runs for the big, getting back into the paint, and building your defense out. You do that today, you're at a disadvantage almost every possession.
Larry Nance up there with Green. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Satoransky in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Derek Favors checked in for the Nuggets. And Brent, some pressure on the Pelicans front office and coaching staff to win now.
Well, Alvin Gentry has dealt with a lot of injuries surrounding Anthony Davis in his short tenure with the Pelicans, and it took a little while for the organization to confirm that the upper management and coaching staff would be back for this season. So it feels a bit tenuous. Hopefully they can get themselves together and be one of the teams with that kind of talent that finds their way into the postseason this year.
It's deflected. Here's Satoransky, headed by Green. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Drummond mixes defensive smarts with elite physical tools, and that's what makes him a solid defender. He's going to get his hands on a few shots each and every game. Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
Back to Green. Lays it up off the glass.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Drummond a screen. And Satoransky kicks to Drummond. Favors passes to Satoransky. Drummond is doubled. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Garrett Temple has checked in for Green. Hernan Gomez kicks to Green. 6 to shoot. Fires from 18. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. Derek Favors with the rebound.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make them.
And the thing that really sticks out when you look at Derek Favors, his defensive versatility. You know, he can guard the 4s or the 5s on the inside or out. And to have a player like that allows your team to excel.
Here's Hernan Gomez.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just one so far. And Satoransky kicks to Drummond. Drills the baseline jumper. Drummond's got 32 points. And despite Favors' size and strength, he really moves his feet well.
And that's tremendously valuable in today's NBA. The ability to stay in front of smaller men in switches and pick and rolls. He has terrific lateral mobility. And how
about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
This is where Willie does his best work. As I say, Kevin, he's really good inside.
That's right, Brent. Johnson kicks to Selden. New Orleans moving the ball around. Green passes to Selden. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Sotoronsky. And Drummond throws it down.
And they got to bring the double team on.
And watching Andre Drummond play, he's really just an old school type center. I mean, he eats up space in the middle and finishes plays in close. Not a skilled guy who can pull a defender away from the basket.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Pelicans shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And with Drummond, he does play like towering centers of decades past.
Yeah, I mean, he isn't great at moving the ball around or hitting shots from range, but his size and athleticism are elite and one of the best rebounders in our game.
The shot, no good. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Back to Green. Pass to Hernangomez. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. .26 seconds left in the second quarter. To the left wing. Pass to Selden. Now, here is Hernangomez. They now take the lead. Hernangomez has got 8 here in the quarter.
Against good D, Hernangomez very aggressive, and he makes the play.
Here's Drummond. And we're through the first half of basketball here. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for this. Nuggets trail. So for New Orleans right now, they've got Tobias Harris. DeRozan up there with Ricky Rubio. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Nurkic in the center filling out the middle. The Pelican shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%.
Alvin Gentry has to be proud that the responsibilities of playing defense for their squad last year was something that they accepted. They went from a bottom 3 team to a top 10 team defensively just last season.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
Exactly. That's the kind of possession ending with an easy one right at the bucket that you love to get early on. Builds confidence for the entire team.
And DeRozan kicks to Nurkic. Just 5 to shoot. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist from Rubio. DeRozan's got the lead up to 3 now for New Orleans.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Count that one.
He doesn't do some of the damage that other big men do on the perimeter, but inside, Drummond's got just as much game as anybody. Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Harris. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Brent, 15th overall is where you were drafted, right in the middle of the first round. A very nice place to be. Talk about the nerves waiting for your name to be finally called by the commissioner on that podium.
Well, Kevin, I wasn't nervous, and I'll tell you why. Actually, I was nervous, and it was more about the captain landing the plane. You and I have shared this story, and I'll share it with you again. During that draft, I was actually on an airplane and did not see one moment of the NBA draft in 1996. So my biggest nerves were that the pilot was going to bring the plane down safely, and then I watched the draft on VCR about 2 hours later.
No kidding.
That's the truth.
Wow.
So the best part about that, Kevin, I'll tell you this, is the fast forward button.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't the first pick. We could fast forward that, or the second, or the third, and we got to that 15th pick, and what an honor to have my name called in the first round of the NBA draft.
An honor indeed. Here's Conley. At the elbow, it's Drummond. Rubio against Conley. Back to Drummond. Just 4 to shoot. Pelicans pull it in.
I guess even he has took this one of those once in a while.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, you have to be careful when Nurkic attempts those kinds of shots. He's very skilled at drawing contact.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Nurkic with the block.
Excellent defense by Nurkic on that play. He made sure that shot was not going anywhere near the rim.
To the wing right side. Back to Rubio. On the wing to Rosen. Bellinelli is covering. And that one, good. 16 points for DeMar DeRozan.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And now Harris running the floor all by himself. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Out to the wing. Here's Nurkic.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
And Alvin Gentry, coach under Mike D'Antoni in Phoenix, helped install elements of that offensive system with the Golden State Warriors.
Well, tough last year because their point guard missed most of training camp, Drew Holiday, so you try to establish a good offensive continuity during that time of the year, and that didn't exist. The amazing thing under Alvin Gentry is after making a massive trade during the All-Star break, this team got into the top 10 in terms of their defensive rating. That's impressive stuff.
Brent, the Nuggets team, a very good group when it comes to rebounding.
Well, they don't have a team that's really much bigger than the opponents that they play with, but they stay very active, and they don't seem to give up on a lot of plays. Actually, last season, they got about 30% of all their missed shots back, so their damage was done on the offensive end. Defensively, you'll want to get a stop by ending it with a rebound. That's where their focus needs to be this year.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Drummond, a screen. Conley dishes to Drummond.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Now here's Wright. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And the ball goes out of bounds, last touch by Wright.
And if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Denver. Satoransky comes in for Michael Conley. Tobias Harris is checked in for New Orleans.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Green passes to Harris. Misses from close range.
Credit the defense, wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there. And he made him attempt a difficult layup.
Some changes for New Orleans. Pause comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Selden in for Stanley Johnson. And Drummond kicks to Satoransky. And it's Drummond missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And it's Green slamming it down.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that
kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time. Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Here's Sheldon. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Satoransky, the pass to Drummond. And Satoransky kicks to Drummond. Second shot opportunity. Pause with the block. And so here is New Orleans.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Yeah, and you're going to have to get up a quick shot to make that happen.
Wright dishes to Hawes. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Hawes got the game tied up here for New Orleans. And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
Yeah, and therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive, but not committing turnovers.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. The Nuggets have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. And Drummond kicks to Connaughton. Satoransky, the pass to Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
On the wing, Johnson. It's off.
Well, you can see why Green is considered this classic 3-and-D type player.
Andre Drummond has been on. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. The Pelicans trail, and so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Denver making a switch here. Temple's checked in. We've got Satoransky. Andre Drummond is out there with Favors. Then it's Garrett Temple. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. And 11 points for Nurkic.
And so far, this has got that feel of a game that could be back and forth all the way.
I wouldn't be surprised in the least. Both teams really struggling to maintain any sort of momentum.
It's DeRozan with the drive. So they take the lead. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively. Just a terrific all-around scoring effort from him. I mean, it's because of that they're even in this game. And they are attacking the rim and getting great results. And as much offense as we saw earlier, I mean, we're seeing even more of it here now late in the game.
What is this, February? Feels like an all-star game is broken out. Neither side willing or able to stop the other.
Drummond the screen. Nurkic with the steal. Inside. Here's DeRozan. Denver grabs the miss. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
And you want to talk about high-volume scores. Just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
And the rejection by Favors. But he stays with it. And Harkless with the basket on the assist from DeRozan.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And Satoransky kicks to Drummond. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Drummond's got 8 here in the quarter.
He's unguardable. Nobody been able to contain him here in the fourth quarter. Now 4 of 5 from the field.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Satoransky. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Big group substitution here for Denver. Nancy's checked in for Favors. Green comes in for Garrett Temple. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And Mike Conley is subbed in for Satoransky. Back to Harkless. Rubio outside. Shot clock at 6. And DeRozan. Here we go. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Yep, it goes in. The Pelican lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Andre Drummond. And it's sent back by Drummond. Conley kicks to Drummond. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
He's been on his A game, seeking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
For New Orleans, their last game a loss to the Raptors. The Nuggets moving the ball around, and it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. Derek Favors checked in for Denver. Pelicans leading by 3. Stolen by Michael Conley. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Harkless kicks to Rubio. DeRozan in the corner. Clock at 6. No good that time. Good D by Drummond. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Conley. Drummond the screen. Conley dishes to Drummond.
Great defensive effort from Nurkic. Does not make that shot easy one bit.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away 100% effort all the time.
And then uses his explosiveness once he's gathered the rebound to throw it down.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Free throw, no good for Drummond.
I don't know if any big man has the combination of strength, speed, and hops that Drummond has, not to mention his length, an unreal physical specimen.
Good on the first, and that ties the game up. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
And that's big there. Once he got the opportunity to get to the line and take the lead, you have got to convert.
Kicks it out to Rubio. Nurkic the pass to Harris. It's DeRozan with the drive. Missile on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Competing hard down the stretch. He wants the ball. That time, he delivers.
He's a dangerous scorer in general, but there he zeroes in on what matters most.
Drummond the screen. Here's Conley. The layup missed.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen so we can complete the play.
And finished off by DeRozan.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
No doubt, professional.
Yeah, and Conley just makes the game fun. Able to shoot, but focused on also facilitating for teammates.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
It's the first that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
Denver calls timeout. They trail by 4. 32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If you make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Here's New Orleans. 4-point game. And Harkless slams it in.
And with time becoming a factor, that may do it, guys.
Well, leads are not given. They are earned, playing with desire and attention to detail all night.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up missing both free throws. And so they foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different. You know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets over
Must don't know who I am. I showed you a million, no video, no video.
We're in the place that called the Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario, the home of the Raptors, where we're broadcasting live. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. For the Denver Nuggets, they come in off that loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Green. Andre Drummond is out there with Nance. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Conley in at the one.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to. And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? He took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. And bucking the fast-paced trend, both teams tonight like to score out of their half-court sets. Doris, what are some of the keys to being successful with that approach?
Well, there's a few things, Kev. You've got to have great floor spacing. The ball has got to move, and players have got to move. It's got to be an equal opportunity offense.
Drummond, a screen. Conley, the pass to Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
You could see Drummond's eyes light up once he knew that finish was coming. He didn't waste the chance. Boy, did he get his money's worth on that one. And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Right, because otherwise you're going to give up those close-range opportunities all night. If you allow the opposition to get into a groove, look out.
Now here is Conley. And Nance kicks to Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. Derek Favors checked in for Denver. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Westbrook. And he converts the layup.
Very hard to match the speed of Russell Westbrook. He's got change of speed and blow-by ability.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Green, he's checked in for Denver. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here. Satoransky's checked in. And Thomas Satoransky gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
To the paint. Here's Millsap. Here's Monroe. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead.
Boy, I didn't think he had a chance of stopping that lay-in. What a gutsy defensive play.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And when you look at Derek Favors, do you think, Doris, he's maximized his potential, or is there still room to grow?
No, I definitely think he's got a higher ceiling. Favors is a guy who came into the league after just 1 year at Georgia Tech. So let's remember, he's still mid-20s right now. And the way this guy works, he's going to get better and better.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
Well, they seem to be taking control. There's no doubt about that. Quality shots on every possession with great execution.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. Monroe's shot is good.
The initial miss was the best thing that could have happened to them. He was in absolutely perfect position for the putback.
Drummond. Rejected by Monroe. Richardson, no luck. The Nuggets leading by 5. Here's Drummond. And Westbrook pulls it down.
Gets it to very close range, but there was no way the defense going to back off and give him that layup.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion. He doesn't do some of the damage that other big men do on the perimeter, but inside, Drummond's got just as much game as anybody.
From deep, Richardson. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
Here's Favors. Drummond passes to Satoransky. Back to Drummond. And the rejection by Monroe. And stolen by Richardson. Here's Millsap. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Over in the corner, Green. Here's Satoransky. He's covered by Westbrook. Stolen by Monroe. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
I don't know what to talk about first. The explosiveness, the smarts. This guy, Russell Westbrook, one of the best athletes in the league and just getting smarter and smarter about how to attack.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Jefferson's checked in for Monroe. Jarrell Martin comes in for Paul Millsap. Beasley's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jody Meeks in for Jamal Crawford. And Satoransky kicks to Drummond. Denver passing it around. Satoransky, the pass to Drummond. And stolen by Favors.
Yeah, I don't know if any big man has the combination of strength, speed, and hops that Drummond has, not to mention his length, an unreal physical specimen.
And he knocks down the first one.
And watching Andre Drummond play, he's really just an old school type center. I mean, he eats up space in the middle and finishes plays in close. Not a skilled guy who can pull a defender away from the basket.
Outside for Martin. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
Oh, my God.
That's how you attack. Wow.
How'd he do that?
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
And to me, this is where Al Jefferson feels at home. He's in the paint, and if you feed the big man, he's going to deliver buckets.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Oh, and the jam by Drummond.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big.
Andre Drummond has been on display for Denver. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there? Raptors trailed by 7. They've got Martin. He's out there with Beasley. Jody Meeks out there with Monroe. And it's Kilpatrick in at the point. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Here's Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Yeah, and Conley just makes the game fun. Able to shoot, but focused on also facilitating for teammates. And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low. And you just got to love the way he moves the ball. Very unselfish.
I tell you, he's looking to set up his guys as much as possible, and you can tell his teammates really appreciate it.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Drummond. Great D that time from Martin. Passes to Kilpatrick. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, superb awareness, Greg, right? Not allowing them to get comfortable running their offense, being super aggressive.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Troy Daniels, he's checked in for Nance. Temple comes in for Green. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Bellinelli. The Raptors shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And Doris, you've spoken in the past about the art form of drawing a foul. Who are some of the best players that you've seen in executing that?
Well, I think the preeminent guy at this point would have to be James Harden, right? And this guy specializes in the and one, the 3-shot opportunities from 3. And listen, that is part of the game, and we do not want to take that aspect away, right? Because and ones have always been a part of the game. What we need to evaluate is at what point does a shot attempt begin versus those guys who are throwing themselves, or in James Harden's case, sometimes grabbing the arm of the defender and creating a foul where none existed before.
He's been very clever in perfecting that, and I give him credit because he has taken what's given and really exploited it.
It might become known if they make a change as the Harden rule, Kevin.
It probably will be. Stolen by Monroe. Meeks dishes to Beasley. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Martin wide open. He fires. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Conley kicks to Drummond. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Toronto.
Boy, some tough decisions for the Raptors this past summer, right? A lot of their players entering free agency, not enough money to go around. It's a good problem to have, though, having too much talent.
And the Raptors roster getting expensive. Doris, in your opinion, are they a contender? And is it worth paying the luxury tax if they're not?
Well, Kev, we're talking about a top 3 seed in the East last season. They're coming off back-to-back 50-win seasons. So whether or not they can win it all, that kind of winning has value. But as presently constituted, do I think they win a championship? No.
And I would not be surprised to see them double him up here.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
And Millsap slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And there's Daniels. That's good on the assist by Conley. Daniels has got his first 3 points of the game. To the middle. Here's Millsap. Second chance shot. And the layup is good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Conley into the lane. And Drummond gets to Conley. And that one's good. Drummond's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
This guy's trying to close this game out in style. He's not going to stop attacking until he's sure this win is in the books.
And finish off by Westbrook.
This guy is an incredible dunker in space. The defense just says, let me step back here, Kevin.
Drummond. And again, Denver with the triple.
You hope that's a wake-up call for the defense, boys, because you give them that clean a look and it's over.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Al Jefferson's checked in for Jody Meeks. Tipped away. It's stolen by Jefferson. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Russell Westbrook.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. That one, no good.
And Mike Conley Jr., you know, you talk about being bred for success. Remember, his dad was a gold medalist in the triple jump. And you can just see that athleticism in his game. Super quick and elusive out on the floor.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Raptors.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And he makes that one. Jefferson's got his second basket of the game. And with Conley's athleticism and his handle, tough to keep him out of the lane.
And if you go under on that pick, he can hurt you from deep. This guy really the complete package, arguably the most underrated point guard in our league.
Jefferson, that's good.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Guys, that's number 2 on him, and they do not need him to sit right away, but one more foul before the half, and he'll be headed to the bench.
Conley against Westbrook. Pass to Richardson. Just 5 on the clock. From the arc. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Conley. Connaughton kicks to Drummond. The second effort. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And not afraid to say it. If Drummond isn't the best rebounder in the NBA, he's got to be in the top 3. That goes for both ends of the floor. Just no way to...
And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back to the action after this word. Raptors trail by 16. Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. They've got Drummond. Conley out there with Garrett Temple. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot. Conley, the pass to Drummond. Tries again. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Outside Westbrook. Screen by Monroe. Hangs. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Westbrook.
With his fast jumping ability, Russell Westbrook is a nightmare on the offensive glass. What an insane vertical.
Here's Daniels. And again, Denver with the triple.
The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
To the wing right side. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And Dwayne Casey, known as a grinder, pound the rock, Doris, is his motto.
Well, along those lines, how about this? In college, he actually worked in a coal mine in order to get the money to buy a car. Hard work indeed. And we're not talking just any car. It was a 70s white coupe with swivel seats. How cool is that for a young guy?
And Denver has possession. Left side, Westbrook. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Kilpatrick's got 6.
Great beginning to this second half. Now 3 for 4 from the field. Well, I'll tell you, it hasn't been his best quarter, but we know he won't get discouraged. This guy will keep grinding.
Doris, you graduated as your university's all-time assist leader. What do you think is the most important trait for becoming a great guard, a great playmaker?
Well, I think obviously you have to have a pretty good handle because generally you're going to absorb some pressure in the middle of a game. But I think the other part of that is, Kevin, you've got to be someone who enjoys watching someone else score as much as you enjoy scoring yourself.
I think this makes you such a great analyst because you had to know as a guard everybody's role and everybody's movement on a certain play.
You know, that's a great point. I've always said being a point guard is the perfect position to come at an analyst job from. You're 100% right.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Drummond's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. And Satoransky subbed in for J.J. Barea. They double him with Drummond. Monroe. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Oh, he's been outstanding offensively. His performance has been one of the things that's gone right for them.
Martin from outside drains it from beyond the arc. Martin's got his second basket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Three-pointer. Martin buries the long-range jumper. Martin's got 8 points.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
Raptors have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line. And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And Satoransky kicks to Drummond. The layup off target.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
And Toronto making a change here. Millsap's checked in. Raptors trailed by 11. It's Beasley on the wing. Back to Meeks. Now the dish to Jefferson. Pass to Millsap. Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Nance. Russell Westbrook in for Jody Meeks.
Russell Westbrook.
1:41 left in the third. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Westbrook.
Drummond mixes defensive smarts with elite physical tools, and that's what makes him a solid defender. He's going to get his hands on a few shots each and every game.
Satoransky, the pass to Drummond. Here's Satoransky. Back to Drummond. Banked in off the glass. Drummond's got 12 points in just the second half.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his second personal foul.
And when you watch Russell Westbrook play, he's one of the most competitive players in the NBA.
And with the way he attacks the rim and plays with just no abandon, I mean, this guy is no joke. Absolutely wills himself and his team to just do things that few others can, and relentless from the first quarter to the last whistle.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
And Satoransky kicks to Drummond.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. It's Jefferson high post. Beasley kicks to Jefferson. Over Drummond. He can't get it to go.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Richardson dishes to Westbrook. He kicks to Millsap.
Paul Millsap, a very versatile player, can shoot from anywhere, defend multiple positions. This guy just does it all.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Both teams changing it up here. Denver calls timeout. And Toronto making a change here.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's a good call, Greg. They need a fresh, new approach here.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Who that thinking that he front? No, that man. Off my stage, I'm the same man. Off my that excites. I think a play blowing up your whole life. I'm so sick and tired of the Photoshop. Show me something natural like Apple with your rap. Show me something natural. Take you down right on your phone couch and all side. Hey, this is way too crazy. Hey, you do not amaze me. Hey, I blew you from AC. Hey, oh, how much is pay me? Hey.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. 11 seconds left to play here in the third. Drummond a screen. Conley into the lane. 1 second left. And as we end the third quarter. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth. Denver leading by 11. Josh Richardson out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Crawford. Then there's Monroe. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. That's tipped. Here's Drummond.
You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
And here are the Raptors now. Westbrook kicks to Crawford. Westbrook against Conley. Westbrook drives in. Here's Monroe. Goes back up. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the foul against Denver. The first one falls. Doris, they say that one of the toughest things about calling a game is balancing pure basketball knowledge with entertainment. What's your approach with that topic?
Do you know that was the last piece of broadcasting that I think fell into place for me? For a long time, I felt like I was proving myself, Kevin, so I didn't relax and enjoy it. But my son one time said to me, when we were watching a game, he said, Mom, you have to understand when the announcers are having fun, we're having fun.
Chemistry is such a big part of it, isn't it?
Crucial.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get. I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And it's Denver with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16. And that one's good. Drummond.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Here's Monroe. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
What a fantastic game he's had on the offensive end. If only his teammates could keep up.
Richardson kicks to Westbrook. Westbrook double team. Here's Millsap. And Millsap shoots it in.
Russell Westbrook with his head on a swivel. He understands where his guys are at all times.
Drummond sets the screen for Conley.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Stolen by Monroe. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. For 3, Westbrook. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. Westbrook's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Raptors. Out to the right wing. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Drummond passes to Conley. Back to Drummond. Connaughton kicks to Conley. On the wing, Daniels. Shot clock at 6. Temple dishes to Drummond. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Well, he just gets ahead of himself and throws it away, right? You've got to have better focus than that.
Raptors trailed by 8. Here's Westbrook. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Michael Conley picks one up.
Well, the relentless energy with which Russell Westbrook plays, throws his body at the defense and picks up the foul.
Satoransky's checked in for Mike Conley. The Nuggets leading by 7. Kicks to Daniels. The 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
Talk about stretching out a defense. He's been unstoppable tonight.
I'll tell you, he's nailed everything in sight, and how efficient he has been from outside the arc.
Westbrook double team. He's looking for Monroe and finds him. Count that one. Monroe's got 6 in the quarter.
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
Stolen. Here's Connaughton, guarded by...
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
What an offensive clinic we have been given today. They're hitting every single thing they put at the rim right now.
Westbrook kicks to Richardson. Here's Monroe. And Craig Monroe with the slam.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 9. And he is unable to get the second one. Crawford, no one around him. Stripped it away. No one near Drummond as he lets it go. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
This is unbelievable. He has over half the team's points right now.
4-3, Westbrook. The Nuggets leading by 11. Dishes it to Drummond. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Westbrook kicks to Monroe. Kicks it out to Richardson. Toronto working the ball around now. Count that one. And that's 31 points for Craig Monroe.
I'll tell you, he gets into terrific post position. The entry feed is right where it needs to be.
Here's Drummond. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Monroe.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
At this point, they're completely overwhelming them. The opposition looks totally defeated.
Mike Conley's checked in for Satoransky.
I think you've got to respect the catch-and-shoot game of Russell Westbrook. He is excellent at pulling up.
Drummond in the post, covered by Monroe. Back to Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And all the energy has been sucked out of this arena. This is not what the fans came to see.
Well, they took the crowd completely out of this game, and when you get a lead like that, it's sort of deflating for the home crowd. What a solid victory on the road.
Here's Westbrook. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Russell Westbrook finding the sweet spot, and at this point, that's just about any spot on the floor.
So the Nuggets win it. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.